Welcome back, Indie Game Fanatics, to our continuing Let's Play of The Roottrees Are Dead. We're gonna jump right back into it. Now, we did get somebody left me a comment here. Let's see. Apologies if I'm saying your name wrong, but SRO Blem. Sorry, one moment. Sorry about that. Alright, and what they wanted to suggest would be Spider searching more book names, songs, album names, newspaper, magazine names. They mentioned that I also pause on almost all clues, but then I don't follow through by searching the spider or periodicals. I wish you would do me a favor. Give me an example of like a periodical or paper that I didn't try searching for. Because my biggest thing is I did come across like the mention of a couple of newspaper names, but when I'd search it in periodicals, like these are the only three I've had so far, and I've been able to keyword search one thing from each of them. In the public library, I tried searching that one book, but didn't have any info on it. But we will go back through and see if there's any clues we're missing, particularly from this one, because this one has 13 pieces that are connected to other clues. All right. So I would believe that that would be Danielle Franks, would be who he got married to. Based off of this information, Clark's getting married, and he's, in my opinion, far too young. Danielle isn't much older. But that's just going based off the fact that we already knew her. Well, I had good reason to believe her son's name was Clark Rafferty. How many other Raffertys are there? 3 more. So, based off that information, no. Like Laraux, Lurks. See, to me, this would suggest Jessica and Katrina would be these two, and that would be the other Rafferty, Chris. But that's a huge leap in logic for me. So let's not go with that one. Here is a mess this morning. Okay. So, we'll quickly go through, look for terms. If we can't figure anything out, we will use the duck this episode. Now, as far as I'm aware from the Business Watch... I don't know. I don't think I'm going into this with a clear head this morning. I'm not in the right mindset at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use. Hi. He was seeking attention for a second there. All right. That's an old book of hers in one of the diary entries. Let's look into it. I could have sworn I tried to. It wasn't in the library. Washbuckle my heart, right? Nothing on the web. Did I possibly missearch when I was looking it up earlier? I'm thinking I may have switched those two around last time, but no, nothing there. So, like, so it's not on any of these. That's the only book I'm aware of her mentioning, her first published book. Do I need the... No. I have no idea. Let's try another one. Okay, so this is just telling me to look into this. Literally what I'm looking at. Alright. So, in Starlit, we learned about that already. This is where we got the information where I'm pretty sure that her sons' names are going to be Ronald and whatever Roottree. Ronald and Robert. But this one's where we learned about Zach and her mother. This one we get information about Sam, but I'm still not sure where Sam falls on the family tree. This is where I came up with the belief that Sam is like an out-of-wedlock child. In this one, we didn't really see much information that I can use in the moment. I need more info about the family first, I felt like. This talks about Clark getting married, Danielle. So that's why I believe that Clark is marrying Danielle Franks. I know. Okay. That's where I learned that most of the free spirits are like musicians, artists, and dancers, which will help me with identifying their careers later on. That's where we figured out that Carl forced Clancy to send him to the academy. So Clancy's forced, what I'm assuming, that's where I got Clancy Jr. Roottree being Carl's father from. Now, it mentions this book, but I've searched it on everything. Spire Search, periodicals, and in the public library. Nothing. Nothing's come up. That's where we figured out Gwen, Zach's... That's... Okay, so that's where I wasn't too sure. Because she has the daughters where it's Gwen and somebody else. But we don't know who is who. Or Gwen is... Sorry, I'm thinking the wrong thing. About Gwen and her two boys. Mentioned in there. The talk us about Zach and his sisters up here, raising her twins. Came into the doors, head held high. Free spirits in the family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. Yeah, and that's all the info. Yeah, I'm definitely missing a huge piece of the puzzle here. Because this page has so much connections to other clues. And I could see why, because it mentions a bunch of people that we could use like these bits of information with, but not until we get more evidence. Do we get any more from this? We know this has to do with the butler part of the family. Or not Butler, but Jones. Something. Stephanie's family. You learn from an election results page Stephanie Jones, a candidate for city councilor, won her campaign on election day about a month ago. You find no mention of the Roottrees in the articles about her. Stephanie also has a very bare-bones website for her campaign. It's simply a picture of her campaign mailer, and underneath it says, be sure to read the full article in the Butler County Times. See how it does that when I try to periodical search? Let's try searching in the Butler County Times. All right, new periodical ad, Butler County Times. Butler County is located outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, while the Roottree Candy Company now has its headquarters in the city. The company began on a small farm within the Butler County limits, and the area has a lot of history with the family. Butler County Times, presumably a local paper there. There are likely articles from over the years involving the Roottree family and those adjacent to them. It's been automatically added to your periodical search interface. As a side note, a video game called The Roottrees Are Dead was once set in Butler County, and it turns out the creator never lived in or near Butler County or even had any connection to Butler County. Very funny. Nice little detail there about the creator. Okay, so periodicals, Butler County Times. The most recent mention of Stephanie Jones is a small report detailing the election results from last month's. You also find a fuller version of the newspaper clipping on the back of the campaign mailer. While most of it is unimportant, you do find the following. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon until her marriage to local business owner Brian Jones, has lived in Butler County her whole life. With my mother and her partner, I essentially had an entirely female influence. Muted. Sorry, guys. My nose is killing me this morning. Ugh. Return to Court and New Romance in Court. Searching for them online yields few results. The books had some popularity when they released in the late 60s. Now, 30 years later, they aren't in high demand. Return to Court. Same thing. Lectures on the Middle Ages. What was the last one? New Romance in Court. What's funny is it says that, but if you look at Lauren's like stuff, she's been married, multiple. Her son has multiple spouses. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know where else to look. We tried the other books in her publishing history. That didn't work. Post book after she was married with her new last name. Yeah, I know we've looked at a life, but why is it still talking about this? Or is this, no, this isn't the one that was published after she was married? Yeah, no, this is just trying to lead me to there. So what was published after she was married? So what else would have been released while she was under her maiden name? I don't see anything else mentioned. Oh, Swashbuckle My Heart by Lauren Rafferty. So it's saying that one. Clean that up. Re-released as X Marks the Spot. As Lauren Roottrees. Revisiting the diary 10 years later. Okay, now we finally have some more evidence to work with. Thank you, Lauren, for all this tea. This was a version of the diary released in 1975. Unlike the original diary, it contains no pictures, but has many new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. One major event happened between releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain subjects, the death of Elias. A summary of the fallout has been added to your notes, as well as some other select pages. I have to admit, getting to searching for this, they hid that so well. I would not have thought to have fallen like that thing, because we did look for swashbuckling heart, but under the wrong Lauren, not under Lauren Rafferty. Which then led us to X marks spot, that should led us to here, which then got us this information. Alright. One moment. Oh my god, I was muted again. Sorry guys. I know I've been talking while muted a bit. My nose is all congested. I'm not feeling my best. But no clues in the comments, but feel free to leave a comment anyways in chat. We are going to be working our way through revisiting the diary next time, which will not be tomorrow, but the day after. Tomorrow I'm off. I'm not going to be having time to play tomorrow. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoy, and I will see you again next time.